As anticipation continued to build, the story spread across social media platforms at an astonishing pace. What began as a brief exchange during a routine press conference had evolved into a full-scale online phenomenon. Discussion threads stretched into hundreds of comments. Sports websites published lengthy analyses, and opinion pieces examined every angle of the controversy. Some writers argued that modern fandom has become too comfortable projecting imagined relationships onto real people. Others believed the entire situation demonstrated just how powerful a single unscripted moment can become once millions of people begin interpreting it through their own perspectives. No matter where the truth ultimately lay, one thing was undeniable. A few unexpected words had sparked a conversation far larger than anyone inside that press conference room could have imagined. Not everyone agreed on what the moment represented. Some observers viewed the speculation as harmless entertainment, a natural part of modern fan culture where audiences become emotionally invested in the lives of public figures. Others disagreed, arguing that the episode revealed how quickly the internet can transform a brief interaction into a massive narrative that takes on a life of its own. Before long, the discussion had grown far beyond Holger Rune and Alex Eala themselves. Instead, it became part of a larger conversation about celebrity culture, online obsession, and the way digital platforms can magnify even the smallest moments. Eventually, mainstream sports media found it impossible to ignore. Tennis podcasts devoted entire segments to analyzing Rune's comments, replaying the interview repeatedly while discussing his choice of words, the pauses between his sentences, and even subtle shifts in his expression. Some analysts focused on media responsibility and journalistic ethics. Others examined the behavior of online fan communities and how quickly speculation can spread in the digital age. A few commentators openly admitted that the story had become strangely impossible to look away from. Soon, larger sports networks joined the conversation as well. Television panels debated whether society has become too eager to interpret every meaningful interaction as a romantic connection. One commentator suggested that audiences often struggle to accept genuine admiration between athletes without attaching deeper assumptions. Another argued that once public figures speak openly in front of cameras, public interpretation becomes inevitable. Meanwhile, social media continued fueling the narrative. Creators produced reaction videos, comedic sketches, fictional scenarios, and dramatic edits that blurred the line between entertainment and reality. Some fans approached the story with a sense of humor, while others expressed concern that discussions about two highly accomplished athletes had shifted away from their achievements and toward speculation. As the debate intensified, a growing number of voices began asking a different question altogether. Had the conversation gone too far? Supporters of both athletes pointed out that neither Rune nor Eala had encouraged the rumors. The entire narrative had emerged from a single moment that viewers interpreted in countless different ways. Yet despite those concerns, interest continued to grow. Every new article, reaction video, and social media post added another layer to the story. The more people discussed it, the larger it became. At that point, the mystery itself had become the attraction. People were no longer focused solely on what Rune had said. They were fascinated by what he might have meant, what others believed he meant, and how a few unexpected words had managed to capture the attention of tennis fans around the world. And through all the speculation, debate, and viral discussion, one question continued to stand above all the rest: would Alex Eala eventually respond? Until that answer arrived, the conversation showed no signs of slowing down.
Everyone will do English first and then native language. Alex, obviously not the way you want to finish the match here, but just talk us through, I guess, how you thought you were playing and the chat you had with Coco at the net afterwards as well.
Yeah, it's always very difficult it's a difficult decision to retire from a match. I know no one likes winning like that, and no one likes losing like that. So, nevertheless, I'm really happy with how I played. I'm really happy with my performance, and I hope I can make the best out of the momentum.
Okay, is that the first question, please? Charlie?
Alex, you posted about International Women's Day this morning. I just wondered what for you, like how close to equality you think we are in tennis, and what things you'd most like to see to kind of fully achieve that equality.
I'm not really sure how far the gap is between the WTA and ATP, just because I'm not in the ATP circuit. I think the WTA is a great platform for us professional women tennis players, though I think it gives us a lot of opportunity. I'm very grateful for everything they have built for us, given us a chance to become these stars and do what we love in such grand stages. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah.
Happy Women International Day today, and congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
Among all mental techniques, what are yours that you use when you play a high pressure match to stay focused?
There's no technique that I use specifically. I think I've gained certain experience over the years of how to handle these high pressure situations. Of course, it's taken up a notch when you're playing big players and when you're playing in big courts. So it's a learning experience for me. What I try to do is just focus on the next thing that I have to do. I try not to think of the bigger picture, and I focus on what I can control. Yeah.
Alex, it was such a big difference from your last match with Coco, the tempo from the beginning. What kind of a strategy did you implement to turn the game around and to stay on top of her? And what did you think you did super well today?
I think my focus was really was a big point of my match today, and my strategy, as well as the intensity in my legs and the intensity I was able to produce to be aggressive. Yeah, I took those learnings from the last match. I tried to do things differently, better on certain things I can control. I know that Coco is a great player, and she's really going to give you a hard time. So there's nothing much you can do about the other person playing well. So I tried to focus on what I could control. Yeah.
Hi, Alex. You have introduced a lot of people to the sport of tennis and coming to tournaments. What do you think tournaments can do to help sort of encourage new fans who are coming into a sport that they might not know about, but are sort of interested in a specific player and want to sort of learn more about the sport?
Well, I love that it's not just myself that have been bringing in different and new demographics into the audience.